The sound of rustling leaves and the gentle flow of the Gallatin River painted a picture of tranquility on that September evening in 1996. But for 15-year-old Danielle Hutchins, the peaceful Montana wilderness would become the setting for an unspeakable act of violence. A spirited young girl who loved her science and an infectious sense of humor, Danni had driven to a familiar fishing spot to seek solace after a family spat. Hours later, her lifeless body was discovered face down in the mud and water, a haunting mystery that would baffle investigators and shatter her family for nearly 3 decades. Welcome to Dark True Crime, the story of Danielle Danni. Hutchins is a tragic tale of young life cut short and a family's relentless pursuit of justice. The question that gripped investigators in the community for years was not just how Danni Hutchins died, but who was responsible for her tragic end. Let's explore the details of this story. For years, Danni's case remained a cold file, with no new leads or breakthroughs. Her family, particularly her younger sister Stephanie, refused to give up. They believed Danni's death was no accident and tirelessly sought answers. Danni Hutchins was a bright and adventurous who was from Belgrade, Montana, a small town where life often felt simple and connected. She had a natural curiosity for science and was known for her sharp wit and playful sense of humor. Those who knew Danni admired her independent spirit and her deep love for the outdoors, a love that matched the breathtaking landscape surrounding her home. On September 21st, 1996, Danni had a disagreement with her family and decided to take a drive in her Chevy pickup to clear her mind. Tragically, this was the last time she would be seen alive. Later that evening, her lifeless body was discovered in a shallow, muddy pool near the Cameron Bridge fishing access area. Initially ruled as an accident, her death will remain shrouded in mystery for decades, as her family questioned the official narrative and tirelessly sought justice. Friends found this explanation absurd, given Danni's experience with the outdoors. Over the years, the case went cold, leaving her family with unanswered questions and heartbreak. In 2021, new investigators revisited the case, uncovering evidence that Danni's death was a homicide. They found signs of sexual assault, bruises, and mud in her lungs, indicating she had been held down forcefully. The breakthrough came in 2024, when advanced DNA technology identified Paul Hutchinson, a respected fisheries biologist, as the perpetrator. Hutchinson had lived in Montana at the time of Danni's murder, but had since led a quiet life. When confronted by investigators, Hutchinson denied involvement in the murder. When questioned by investigators in July 2024, Paul Nathaniel Hutchinson, 55, displayed erratic behavior and extreme nervousness, but later took his own life. DNA evidence confirmed his guilt, bringing closure to a case that had haunted the community for nearly 28 years. Danni's family, especially her sister Stephanie, fought tirelessly for justice, ensuring Danni's story mattered and her memory was honored. Allegedly, Christy Hutchinson, Paul Hutchinson's wife, stated that she had no knowledge of his involvement in the murder of Danielle Danni Hutchins. In a public message, she expressed her shock and heartbreak upon learning about the allegations against her husband. She mentioned that during their 24 years of marriage, there was never any hint of such actions in his past. Paul was an exceptional husband and father. This revelation has understandably left her and their family grappling with complex emotions as they process the news. It's a tragic situation for everyone involved. The tragic case of Danielle Hutchins offers several important lessons, particularly about justice and advancements in forensic technology. Even after decades, law enforcement and families can find closure when cold cases are revisited. It reminds us to never give up on seeking the truth, no matter how much time has passed. Cases like Danielle's emphasize the importance of community support and awareness in dealing with grief and loss. Her story serves as a reminder of how deeply crimes affect families and communities. By solving cold cases, we honor the victim's memory and brings solace to loved ones who have waited for answers. It's a way of ensuring their story matters and is not forgotten.